Minerals are essential nutrients the body needs to function properly. They support processes like bone formation, fluid balance, nerve function, muscle contraction, and enzyme activity. Here's an overview of the most important minerals, why they matter, and what happens if you have too little or too much of them. First up, calcium. Calcium is crucial for bone and teeth health, muscle function, and nerve signaling. If you don't get enough, you might experience muscle cramps, brittle nails, bone loss known as osteoporosis, numbness, or tingling. On the other hand, too much calcium can lead to kidney stones, constipation, and impaired absorption of iron and zinc. Next, magnesium. This mineral supports muscle and nerve function, energy production, and bone health. If you're deficient, you could feel fatigued, get muscle cramps, feel anxious, have an irregular heartbeat, or even experience migraines. But if you take in too much, especially from supplements rather than food, you might end up with diarrhea, low blood pressure, or nausea. So next up is iron, or ferrum. Its main function is hemoglobin production and, helping with oxygen transport in the blood. If you're not getting enough iron, you might notice fatigue, pale skin, shortness of breath, weakness, or even anemia. On the flip side, too much iron can actually cause liver damage, joint pain, more fatigue, and in some cases, a higher risk of infections due to a condition called 𝗃𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗂. Moving on, let's talk about potassium. This mineral is crucial for fluid balance, muscle contractions, and heart function. If you're deficient in potassium, you could experience muscle weakness, cramps, irregular heartbeat, or constipation. But if you have too much potassium, often from kidney issues or overdoing supplements, it can cause dangerous heart rhythm changes, nausea, or tingling sensations. Now, sodium is up next. It's really important for nerve impulses, fluid balance, and muscle function. Deficiency is pretty rare, but it can lead to headache, confusion, fatigue, and nausea, a condition known as hyponatremia. On the other hand, consuming too much sodium can result in high blood pressure, bloating, and strain on the kidneys. Now let's talk about phosphorus. It's essential for bone health, energy metabolism, and DNA formation. If you're deficient in phosphorus, you might experience weakness, bone pain, or even irregular breathing, though that's pretty rare. On the other hand, getting too much phosphorus can actually lead to poor calcium absorption and soft tissue calcification, which typically happens from drinking a lot of sodas or if you have kidney disease. Moving on, zinc is next. It's super important for immune function, wound healing, and, DNA synthesis. If you don't get enough zinc, you could notice hair loss, slow healing, reduced immunity, or even changes in your sense of taste. But if you have too much zinc, you might feel nauseous, experience vomiting, lowered immunity, or even develop a copper deficiency. Eighth, let's talk about selenium. Its main roles are supporting antioxidant defense and thyroid hormone metabolism. If you're deficient in selenium, you might experience fatigue, mental fog, weakened immunity, or even thyroid dysfunction. On the other hand, having too much selenium can lead to hair loss, nail brittleness, a garlic-like breath odor, and sometimes nerve issues. Ninth, we have iodine. This mineral is essential for thyroid hormone production. A deficiency in iodine can cause goiter, weight gain, fatigue, and cognitive issues. But if you consume too much iodine, it could result in thyroid inflammation or dysfunction, and you might notice a metallic taste. 10th on our list is chromium. Its main functions include regulating blood sugar and improving insulin sensitivity. If you don't get enough chromium, you might struggle with impaired glucose control, fatigue, or even anxiety. While excess chromium is a bit unclear, really large amounts could potentially damage your kidneys or liver. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.